Freddie, do you think the Russians have kind of descended on boxing? We've seen so many different Russian guys coming in. Do you think that, and we saw that with the Philippines a few years ago when Manny came on the scene. Do you feel that's the case right now?
Well, the Russians, the Ukrainians, even though it was all the same country at one time, but there's a lot of good fighters coming from that area, yes, and they're making a lot of noise. I think Postal is one of my better fighters, and he's a very smart boxer and so forth. He's very intelligent in the ring, and but I recently lost Ruslan to another coach, so they come and go and so forth. But it's I know that's part of life, but somebody said, don't I get upset over that? I said, no, not really. So I want. If they don't want me, I really don't. I want what they think is best for them. So Ruslan, I think I had too many fighters in his weight division that he would like to fight. So.
Do you think he can still change with Joel Diaz in his side now? Do you think he can really add something different into his armor?
He asked me. We did have a meeting about 6 months before he switched trainers, but he wanted to get back to his boxing ability, and more like when he fought amateur. He's a better boxer back then, and he wasn't getting hit so much. So I thought that was a good idea for him to try that, but very, very difficult thing to do, though, because once that gets in, he's a puncher, he knows he has power and so forth, and once that gets in your head, it's hard to get away from that. It's hard to not look for the knockout, and that's something he's always doing. And when you're doing that, obviously you're getting hit back also. So he's taking a little bit too much punishment, he felt, and wanted to go back to his boxing skills when he was an amateur, but I haven't seen that yet.
Freddie, people have Chocolatito as the #1 pound-per-pound fighter in the world right now. How do you think he would do, say, against an all-time great like Finito Lopez?
It's so hard to compare eras. I mean, he's a very good fighter. He looks really good. I do like him. I think he's one of the top guys out there. But I think the fighters of the 70s and 80s were maybe a little bit better than the fighters are now. But maybe because I was part of that era. but no, I think it was a lot harder to win the world titles. There was less titles, less title fights. But he's an excellent fighter, and I did have to turn him down. That was not my favorite day, but I had to be fair to the rest of my fighters.